They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down, Jaguars.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Switch. Wild, 64, weak. Buzz. Mike. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long.
Any day. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I got you, boy. 50.
Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Fellas, let's go. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Okay, just like that.
Back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. Great way to get started. First drive of the season. What a nice completion.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Hey, dude. Time to go, night. 44.
Looking to throw. Jennings. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1.
Check three. Check. 80 weapon. Check hot route. Smooth. Now. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Second and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Go, go. Spoke to Mike. Mike spoke. 44 is to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Jennings. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards, the final tally.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Go. Hey, echo. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Topper. Fight.
On 1st down, Jennings. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route. And he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
27 yards on the gain there. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
55. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line.
Check Mike 57. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 57's Mike. Go!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I think if you hold defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
At their own 26-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's put him 61. Matchbox white.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 48. Exit. Check. Yep. Squeeze, double. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Greystone, Travis. 44 is the Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man on the out route. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Check tight end. Check tight. Shoot.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
57 to Mike. Yeah. You don't want none. 57. Mike, 57. 3 buzz. Mike, exit. 57's Mike. Stay with your man. Hey, check Mike, 57.
2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense? We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Delta. 55, 955. Hey, eat. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 955. All day, baby. Hot.
He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
Nice 7, let's go.
Mike, 5.
Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go.
Ready, go.
They'll set up a throw. That one complete to Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Easley. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Alpha. 57's left. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
2nd and 6. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
And the Jaguar first down.
Here we go. Third and pace. Let's go. Let go.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Too little, Captain.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike 55. You're not ready.
Hey, check Mike. Watching you fly. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing again. Jennings is going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's go.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Coming after you. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the screen. Pass.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Smoke.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready. 55. Check, 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 check. Hey, check right, check right. Watching it right. Let's go, D.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Everyone got four. Four down. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. 57. Flat.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Record. 57's Mike. Ready.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Fopo's the Mike. Mike's Fopo. It's a party.
Operating from the gun. Jennings. Flushed out right. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
60 Pittsburgh. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 44, Mike, 44.
Stop your whining.
Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Alpha, protein spill. Mike Fopo. Go. Yes.
44's the Mike.
To throw again, Jennings. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Bravo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jennings. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. And he is Isabella in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have retaken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
44's the Mike.
Here we go, D.
Back to throw. Jennings. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Come on, the ball. Hey! I got motion man. Five. Mike's spoke forward. Watch the run. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike. Hey, orbit.
To throw on third down, Jennings. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. It's taken to the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marginal yardage against them.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
55, come on, 55. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run on first down. It's Zimmerman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Don't get nervous. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey,
Second and 9 now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be third down.
okay, break.
Mike 57.
Delta.
Tight Ringo. Tight on Ringo. Tight on Ringo. Hey. 4 down.
Waste no travel.
57 Mike.
Let's Charlie. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 57's the mic. Watch 57. And we got to get to the ball, team.
He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead.
And they split him out that time in the slot to the right. And he's such a good pass catcher, they love to give him space outside to operate. And look what he does. Works his way towards the middle of the field, connects for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they try the right side here. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Set, 50, plant. Hey, Haywood. Switch up. 44, Mike, 44. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jennings. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Ready. Hey, Zoo. 44, Mike, 44.
Here we go, D. 44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Jennings. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, 6, pull it high. Smooth. 44 Mike.
From the gun, Jennings to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch the slant. Check. H3, 2, 18. Chopper. Nice 7, let's go.
Mike, 57. I'm coming for you, son. Mike Smith,
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Here we go.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57 Mike 57.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Got it.
He'll drop to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Houston. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
44, Mike, 44. Here we go. 44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check. Man, that's trash.
Let's get it.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the...
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. Set. Tucson. Scene 6. Check right. Watching your five. You must be dreaming.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Yeah.
55 is Mike, guys. 55. Watch the pass. Here we go. Orbit.
Mike 55.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Easily. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
2nd and 11. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, Echo.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and still the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Crunch. Joker, 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 joker.
General West, they go.
Operating from the gun, Jennings. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Michael Dixon in punt formation.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
1st down, Jaguars.
Ready. 57, Mike 57.
Oh, you got deep?
Buzz. 57, Mike 57, go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
44, Mike 44.
Throwing to start the drive. Jennings. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hey, high 7. 44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Jennings. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Go.
44's to Mike. 44's Mike. Check, check.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
44's to Mike. Mike's 44. I got you. I got you.
Here's second and 8. Incomplete.
Jennings pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 8.
44, 44. Mike, 44.
Hey. Topper.
Check.
Hey, Foxtrot. 5.
From the gun, Jennings. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Now back to throw. There's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got you, punk. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Come on. Back shot. 55 Mike. Got 55. Back.
They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
The Texans take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, Alpha. 44, Mike, 44.
Right here, right here. 44 is the mic, 44 is Mike. Check, check.
6 man.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
47. Jaguars 33.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
57's Mike. Now watch one. Charlie. Check right. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. It's just me and you. Go. Check right. Ready, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Alpha. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, here we go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Texans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.